the dawn of the night, we hear the wind rustling leaves of the trees, sounds of distant animals lurking within the forest, a subtle drop of water from last night's storm, and four young teenagers walking amidst in the forest. Sounds of murmurs coming from the voices of the young lads and the breaking of branches beneath their shoulders. A young man came up. His name was Tony. He was the leader of the group. He was always the one making the shots and calling out if they should do this or do that. And in this quiet evening, it is no less than that. While they were walking, they find a trail. Leaves and other foliage weren't growing in this path, and at the end, they encountered an arch. But this is no ordinary arch. This arch was filled with sharpened sticks, rocks scattered everywhere, vines growing in every inch of this arch, and signs that says, "Do not go in." And the worst of it all, an effigy statue of a deer that got torn to shreds, leading you to see the guts, the grime, flies flying all over it, and the putrid smell of a decaying corpse. The group saw this and was just in utter disbelief of what they found. They were disgusted at the sight, and some even threw up. But yet Tony was very intrigued at what they found. It was as if he just found the golden ticket to his dreams. But his other friends was just too distraught of what they saw and wanted to go back home. But yet Tony begged to differ. Tony wanted him and his friends to go even deeper in the forest, but the others were very reluctant to. So, in light of an argument that ensued, Tony, on the other hand, just couldn't stop thinking of what was inside this archway. And in the light of the moment, he decided to run. He decided to run inside the arch, knowing what him and his friends just saw, the FVG, the signs, the sharpened sticks. He went inside. His friends tried to chase him down, but to no avail. He took off at the blink of an eye, and he was gone. Now knowing where he and his friends are, they realize they are now stuck in the midst of the forest, and they don't know how to get out. While trying desperately to find a way to get out of the forest, or to even find the archway that led them to where they are now, they hear voices calling out to them. One by one, each member gets drawn to the voice that's calling them until there's only one person left, Matt. Matt tried to cover his ears while hearing those voices, but yet his other friends didn't. Now he was left alone, wondering what happened, wondering if he could still find his friends, wondering if there's still a chance for him to get out. But in the midst of the forest, he sees someone or something looking at him. With a subtle glow from his phone, he can distinctly see a figure amidst the trees. And this figure kept on getting closer and closer to Matt. Matt started to run without thinking about where he needs to go. Just as long as he's far away from this creature, everything will be safe. Right? Well, despite his efforts, the creature couldn't stop watching him. It was as if the creature was watching a mouse trying to wriggle out of its prey. But unbeknownst, he realizes that it's already in front of him. Matt stares at the eyes of this creature. He's in utter shock of what to do. He can't move, he can't scream, he can only just look. The creature stood tall from Matt. Matt just gazed upon the eyes of this creature and just accepted his fate. And the creature looked back at Matt and slowly lifted him off the ground and devoured every single inch of Matt. And everything was quiet. The trees were silent. No faint sound of an animal. Even the wind stayed compliant. It was as if nothing happened. So, what have we learned from this tale? Is it not to enter a random archway? Or is it to not and chase down a friend in the darkness of a forest? No. It is that you should never mess with the forest.